Having kids will change you in a way that nothing else will change you. Um, and I know everybody push this whole, oh, you should have kids thing. Everybody glorify it. But there's a few things that people never told me about. Like, I used to watch a lot of my nieces and nephews, and anytime they would do too much, I'd go, I'm gonna call your mama, or I'm gonna call your daddy. And when I had my first child, and he was doing too much, and they don't. I thought they started doing too much later. You know, they started doing too much before they even a month old. Like, my kid, he was strong. Like he was always moving around and stuff. And I remember one time I was trying to change his diaper, and he just was just trying to. It was like he was trying to crawl early, and I was thinking to myself, I done had this boy for almost 2 months. I'm gonna tell his mama how he always trying to get off the changing station. And then I realized I'm his mama. And that's when I was like, oh, I gotta figure it out. What they don't tell you is, a lot of people like to say, oh, when they turn 18, they're gonna be grown, they get a certain age. That ain't true. Like, I thought, okay, when he get bigger, right, he'll be more independent. Like, when he starts walking, I won't have to worry about him so much. This man went from walking to running, from running to jumping, from jumping to climbing. And it's like your kids, they never stop. This idea that one day your kids is gonna be a certain age where they're not gonna depend on you no more. I'm starting to realize like having kids, it's like having a treadmill that doesn't stop. It's like I know a lot of people be like, for people who don't have kids, hey, when you gonna have kids? Oh man, that's the best thing. Look, this is my recommendation, and you already know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. If you not married, don't do this. Don't if you not married, don't. This is listen. Don't get off of CNN real quick. Let me tell you something. If you not married, don't do this. This ain't got nothing to do with politics, traditionalism. You know what? I'm gonna go far. This ain't got nothing to do with religion. I'm not saying it ain't got nothing to do with God. I'm saying whatever your beliefs are, regardless of who you are, I don't care if you know, I don't care what race you are. None of that matters. Okay? Having kids, there's a reason why it's two people who make them kids, right? So that's gonna be my advice because there are times when I don't understand my kids. And that's a struggle. I used to think not understanding your children come like much later. Like I used to think that, you know, everybody's always telling me, like even when I'm in the supermarket and stuff like that, oh, enjoy them while they're young. They always say that. And one day when they started mouthing back, talking back, my kids ain't forming sentences yet, but their expressions and like they're not saying like full sentences, but the way that they say mom, like when they talking to their dad, the way that they say dad, the timing, like the minute they are fed up with something, like I'm like, whoo, they not even close to teenagers yet. Like that, my baby's still in diapers. Anyway, I feel like this is like a PSA. I don't know why I'm leaning on babies today, but I'm gonna tell you, like the fact that they can just reach onto your plate every time you eat, My son done taught my daughter some motor skills. Now he done taught her how to pick up a cup. You know, you put that cup down, she going right for it. You know, she gonna drink the juice. And sometimes she can be a little vindictive, cause if she feels like you not paying attention to her, she'll just pour your juice out. They'll look you in your face as she's doing it. You ain't gotta wait to be no teenager to do that. She doing it now. She's doing that now. Well, anyway. Yeah, man. I mean, your kids, man, especially if you love them. All right, okay, here we go. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody that got a special situation where they ain't dealing with their kid. I ain't trying to throw no shade. I'm just saying, for people who deal with their kids every day, every day, people who deal with their kids regularly, you know, I mean, from the womb to the whatever they do, you know, it's a different thing. It's a different thing, especially when you raising a family. Like, it's a completely different thing, right? Because what they don't tell you too is when you get married, you dealing with, you know, you and your spouse, y'all are kind of like on this balance beam, right? And then when you have baby number one, it like, this baby don't pay no bills, but he ain't got nothing but demands, you know. I mean, shout out to Brandon Jamal, man, when he be having them diapers, man, and he just be throwing them like they nothing, you know. Yo, I be like, yo, that dude is wildin'. Like, you know, some people might not like his little single mom get up, but I appreciate it, man, because, yo, look, when I see a video of dudes throwing money and stuff like, man, I'm not impressed. Diapers? When he be throwing, like, diapers, like, yo, that it be in my soul, you know, because, I mean, dang. But anyway, yeah, man, kids, they will burp on you, they will fart on you. This is getting vulgar. But yeah, they will pee on you. They will break your stuff. They will break your stuff, and then they would. And my daughter, she broke something in here, and she broke like a remote, and I had to put it back together. I didn't even know I could put it back together. But the thing that got me was after she took it apart, somehow, I guess she just kept banging it until it. I don't even know how she did it, you know. And she celebrated. And, you know, you don't want to let your kid down. So when they go, yay, you want to go, yay, too, you know. I mean, it's just little things like that. Like, as a parent, like, before I was a parent, like, if one of my nieces and nephews were to do something like that, I'd be like, whoa, hopefully I can put this back together. But if not, I don't know if you coming back to my house. I don't know. Because I already know your mama can't afford to buy another one. I mean, she can, but she ain't gonna do it. Or, you know, your daddy, whichever one. You know, I got brothers and sisters, whatever. And I got cousins, too. My family's huge. But at any rate, yeah, man, like, you become a different person. Like, you get trained. Your kids train you. It's, you know, people be like, oh, man, it's the greatest thing. It's like, is it? But it is. Like, I don't know how people do it by themselves. I really don't. Me and my husband, it's like you can't miss, and if you do miss, you need to do a makeup show. But having kids is a trip, man. So remember, they don't pay rent, they burp on you, they fart on you, they tear up your stuff. And a lot of times when they do stuff, you as a parent, it's the weirdest thing because you don't even think about anything that went wrong. All you're thinking about is doing the right thing for them or making them happy. Like, that's what you care. I remember this one toy, the battery was going dead in it. And there's a part where you hit the toy, where the kid hit the toy, and the toy used to be like, yay, you did it, right? And my baby just kept hitting the toy, and it never praised my baby, right? And when I tell you, I literally dropped everything and went to the store and got batteries to put in that toy because, like, and I ain't never felt that way. Like, you better say my baby did a good job. Like, I ain't never felt that. Like, it's stuff like that that you feel with your kids that, they transform you in such a way. Like, even when I'm like cooking and I'm just, doing new recipes, like if my kids say, oh, I want some, whatever it is, well, they're not forming sentences, but if I know they really like the dish that I made and, they'll flip through my phone and see pictures of food and then they'd be like, mommy, that, and I'll be like, oh man, I'm missing an ingredient. Man, I will find a way. I will find an innovative way to make a dish. Or like, hey, I'll just pull up something like Instacart or, Uber Eats. I'm gonna find a way, Whereas before I have to say, before the kids, hey man, if somebody else's kid wants something, they just want it. You can't always get what you want. That's how my mind was. But hey man, that's a different thing. Like, it's a beautiful thing. I love it.